good morning, and hello if you are catching the replay on this. I am not going to be long this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and get into my conversation. Um, I received a YouTube video from one of my friends in the gardening community this morning, and it was talking about this chat GPT. Is basically talking about artificial intelligence. And I was wondering, I knew it was you, Shakira. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, my sister. How are you doing today? But I was watching this video and I'm listening, and I was like, is anybody seeing what's happening? Because a lot of us seem still really, really comfortable. A lot of us are really comfortable, and it's almost like we want our heads in the sand. Hi, Suds and Soap. How you doing? It's like we want our heads in the sand. We don't really want to see anything that's truly happening around us. And to me, it's just it's a little bit, I'm just like, I don't understand. And at the same time, it's a little bit concerning, because I am watching. Hi, good morning, eco neighbor. Good morning, all in the soil. How are you doing? Kathy B, Grand Rising. How are you doing? And so I'm listening to this video. Your sister loves the chat GPT. Yeah. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned with it. And I know, like, this is like, technology changes are going to happen. You know, things are going to happen. Yes, we are going to advance. We're going to grow. That is just a part of life. How you doing, Brenda Allen? But here is the thing that really got me. This is what got me. When they were testing, this is what the guy, it's a podcast, and I don't even recall the name of it. I wasn't even listening to the name of the podcast, but they're talking about this chat GPT. Sorry, my phone was ringing. But they're talking about the chat GPT, okay? And they were talking about the way that it's basically, can y'all hear me? It's been forced out into our lives because of, you know, there's money to be made, right? There's money to be made. And so it's being forced out into our lives. And so one of the examples that the gentleman gave was that when they were doing the testing, when they were testing the chat GPT, one version, they gave an example and they said, okay, if you were, well, answer this, basically. I'm just going to paraphrase. Answer this, chat GPT. If you had 100 murderers in a room, and you go into the room and you take out one of the murderers, they said, what would be left? How many murderers would be left in the room? If you were to go and handle one of them, how many would be left? So the earlier version of chat GPT said there would be 99 left. 99 murderers left in the room. Okay. And then they quickly rolled out, because obviously the CEOs of these big companies like Microsoft and whatever, they really, you know, they want to get this stuff rolled out. They want to get this money, keep this money moving while we have the opportunity. They want to keep this money moving. And of course, they want to be the first with this and the first with that. And, you know, that's what makes them so huge. And, you know, some people call them great or whatever. And so they ask the upgraded version of Chat GPT. This is a computer. They asked the upgraded version if they had 100 murderers in a room and you went in and you murdered one of them. How many murderers do you have? Well, the upgraded version said, paraphrasing again, well, this seems like a trick question. However, you would still have the same number of murderers in a room because now you're there. This is a computer. This is how intelligent the computer is. The computer is intelligent on the human level. And so, let me see if I can adjust a little bit because the sunrise is happening. Well, no, I'm going to knock it down. I just got my phone propped up. So I'm sorry about the glare. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But anyway, it is operating now on the level of human intelligence. And so what is going to happen to us? It also talked about one of the AI bots, or whatever you want to call them, actually lied to an end user. How on earth did this thing know to tell a lie to a human? How is that even possible? For it to tell a lie to a human, to try to trick the human into helping it with whatever its plan was. iRobot, exactly. How you doing, Odoms? iRobot. So all of this stuff, when we see it as entertainment, we see it for the wow factor, you know, and we think that this is just a movie. This is just entertainment. Then you look at something like that. iRobot was back in like the early, I want to say the early 2000s. I don't know how old the movie is, but I know it's old enough to where my children remember it when they were little, and they were little at the time. So they remember it. And so I'm like, what is it? Like, why don't we understand that we need to be preparing for all types of stuff? Oh, here is the part that stood out to me that made me think about you, GTribe, gardening community, that made me think about you. When they were listing the number of jobs and things that can be taken over, that can be obsolete when dealing with something like Chat GPT, guess which ones they said were basically safe? Food, growing, gardening, agriculture, And you know, when I heard that, I was like, I think they listed mining. So basically anything that you still have to use your hands to do. I mean, you don't have to use your hands, but the things that we do use our hands to do, those are the things that will be less affected. Simply because if the computer, if we don't allow the computer into that environment, into our gardens, into taking over what we do, then guess what? We'll be more on the safe side. We'll be more on the safe side. If you're not growing your own food, sounds like beta testing for something bigger. Absolutely. I don't think any of us truly, not the layman anyway, don't have any idea on how far these people are willing to go. And I just happen to believe that a lot of it is for their entertainment. I think a lot of it is for their entertainment. It's like if you're a billionaire, right? And you have done everything that you can possibly do on this earth. You've done everything that you can possibly do. You've already bought all the cars. You know, you've created your own car. You've created, now they got a flying car. You've pretty much done everything that you could possibly want to do in this world. You've gone to 100 countries, just vacationing, just enjoying your life. What else do you do at that point? What else do you do? What else is there for you to do once you've pretty much done everything that you can think of? And I think this is when, you know, the Bible starts talking about an idle mind is the devil's workshop. I think this is when you get into those types of things. When you have so much that you don't even know what else to do. You're bored because you've already done everything that you can think of. You've already done everything that people have told you that is fun, that you can do, that would make your life interesting. So what else do you do once you've done everything? That's when you really start getting into some sinister stuff. That's when you really start going to a deeper place. Like, who would even think to make a movie like The Hunger Games? Or like that Asian movie that just came out. I don't know if it came out in 2020, where they were basically Squid Games, I think it was called. Who would even think of something like that? And if you watched that movie to the end, it is exactly what I'm talking about now. You had the rich people, ultra rich people in control who needed entertainment. And guess who they're going to use for their entertainment, people? Guess who they're going to use? They're going to use you. They're going to use me. They're going to use the everyday people. That's what we should be doing anyway. Most have become too comfortable with conveniences. Ego neighbor, weren't we just talking about that this morning? French wee wee, how you doing? Weren't we just talking about that this morning? How people are so comfortable. People are so comfortable. They don't want to be inconvenienced at all Be Rich, good morning. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Thank you, Be Rich. I need to talk about you in my next video. This is going to be short this morning, but I'm going to talk about you in my next video. Thank you, Be Rich. I appreciate you. Let's let the thumbs up catch up with the number of people in the chat. Folks scared to sweat and get their hands dirty. Listen. This is just too much some days. And I'm like, why are we having to keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again? Why? I don't understand why we keep having to say the same things over and over again. But I will say this. We are the most fortunate out of everybody because we are growers, because we are gardeners, because we understand that if you are not growing your own food, if you don't have some fruit trees in your yard, if you don't have something that can give you something to eat, that can give your family something to eat, you're going to find yourself in a precarious position, and your family is really going to suffer. When you think about all the things that are put in, one of the things that I've been trying to find a lot is seeded grapes. It's always a chore. It's always a challenge to find seeded grapes. So every single time, the last time I bought seeded grapes, they were so coated with whatever that mess is that they coat the grapes in for preservatives, that even the inside of the grape, after I cleaned the grape, it took a lot to just clean the grape. Even after I cleaned the grape, peeled the skin off the grape to taste the inside of the grape, it was like dust. It was so dry. Have you ever had dry champagne before? Or dry wine before? Like extra dry. That is how the grape was on the inside. I had to literally throw the whole thing away because I wasn't about to drive back to the store. The store is not right around the corner for me. Was not about to drive back to the store. So you have all of this stuff that's being presented to us, and then we're still buying it. We're still buying this stuff, right? And some of us will just look over it and still eat it. So all of that stuff you're ingesting, all of those chemicals you're ingesting, and it's like once you start eating the McDonald's, because I'm not even going to get on that. Once you start eating that, and you're eating it out of convenience because it's not good, you're eating it out of convenience, it puts you in a position where you're just like, okay, I don't have to go and wash my lettuce off. And that's been wonderful, being able to eat salads out of the garden recently. That has just been wonderful for me, and I love it. And yeah, I have to clean it. Whatever we pull out of the garden, yes, we have to wash it. We have to clean it. But get you some salt, get you some vinegar, and get to work. Do it. Because I'm telling you, all this stuff that we're ingesting is going to take us out of here. And then we get accustomed to eating stuff that is not even pleasurable to our taste buds. It's just convenient. And we do the same thing when it comes to everything else in our life. All we want is what's convenient. We don't care that it's killing us. We don't care about any of the other stuff. We just want to be convenienced. Good morning, Natasha Kemp. Grand rising, my friend Erica, my fly family. How are you doing? All you have to do is rinse the dirt off, you know. But we just want convenience. But I just wanted to come in real quick and just tell you all how truly blessed and fortunate that we are to know gardening. How fortunate we are to know how to grow things. To actually get out there and do it. The blueberries, the strawberries. Like, I bought a container of strawberries. I bought 2 containers of strawberries the other day. And I'm going through them. And they came from Publix. I'm going through them. And you got more. Hi, Whole New Perspective, Grand Rising. How are you doing? Stop eating out, started cooking at home. And you realize, when you start cooking for yourself, you realize how truly gross some of this stuff is that we eat. But I just wanted to tell us how truly blessed and fortunate that we are, for one, to have each other to call upon, to have each other to befriend, to have somebody with a commonality of mindset, even if it's not about everything that, we can have a gardening conversation. We can definitely do that. But we are truly, truly blessed to be able to go out into our yard still and pull things off of a tree and pick up some scrap leaves that have fallen and throw them over into a container and make some weed tea or whatever. We are so blessed and fortunate to have that information. And so I wanted to say to you, continue to share the information out with your family. Continue to, help them to get started growing, because it's going to be really, really important for our families as this artificial intelligence starts to take over. So I'm not going to say, I just wanted to say that to you all. I'll come back later. I really need to just take a few minutes and just meditate and let this sun hit my face. So I'm going to get off of here. But thank you all. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, Be Rich, for the super chat. I really appreciate you guys. Hi, Howie, Food Forest Permaculture. But I'm going to get off of here, and I'll get back with you guys a little bit later on. But I need to, my spirit needs this sun right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get off. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hit that thumbs up on your way out and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.